This conference will now be recorded.
Right, let's start today's session. In the last session, we just started with the array module as well as numpy module. And in Python, arrays are similar data type collection of elements. And arrays can be of two types in general, single dimension and two dimension. Single dimension means an array which contain only one row or one column is called single dimension array. And two dimension means an array which contain more than one row or more than one column is called two-dimensional. And in Python, we can create single dimension array by using array module. Using array module, we cannot create two-dimension array. And if we want to create single dimension as well as two-dimension arrays, and there is a module called numpy module. Okay, but by default, array module available. So you need not install explicitly this module. You can see this import array. So array module is coming in IntelliSense. You can see this import array. And NumPy we have to install explicitly. How to install explicitly NumPy already I shown in the last session. And even I have installed NumPy also. That's what it is coming NumPy here, import NumPy. First, I will show you some examples of single dimension array using array module, and then after we'll go for numpy arrays how to create. So to create an array here, import array module is required, array module. Okay, and array name is just I'm taking A. You can take any name. Module name array dot method name array. Of array can be created using square bracket, same as list only. But list and array difference is what actually? List is having heterogeneous elements, heterogeneous collection. Means in list we can include any data type elements like integer, floats, characters, strings, and so on. But array is homogeneous elements collection. Homogeneous means similar data type elements, like all are integers, all are floats, all are characters, like that one. Okay. So here A is array name and array dot array. Array means what actually here? This is what module name, this is method name, and this is array elements. And when we try to print this array, you can see you will get an error. Why error? Yes. So generally, to create an array using array module in Python, we have to provide type code variable. Type code means what? Type code is nothing but what type of elements you are trying to create, you should say. That is type code. So you are saying integer elements means type code is I. Or if you try to create a string, float elements means type code is F. If we are trying to create character elements means type code is U. U means Unicode character. So in my document, in my PDF already, I mentioned type code chart. Okay, you can able to follow that. But let's run this. It will give error. Obviously, it's treated as a list only. It is not treated as an array. Now you can see type error. Array method argument one must be Unicode character, not a list only. Now you can see this is not a list. So it's this not a list. That's what I'm creating. You can see type code is I comma. I means integer. So you're taking integer type of elements. So now this time array will create successfully. I integer type. Suppose in case if I try to give float, F means F. So that means F is created here. And if I say D, D means also float. Okay, D means float. And again, capital I also will work here. Capital I. Capital I in the sense integer one. Again. Suppose if we try to give character array, then you can use U. U means Unicode character. U means Unicode character. So once I create this, U means Unicode character, but here it is giving error. The reason is what? This elements not be Unicode characters. Okay, so you have to mention character arrays like A and then B and then C like this. Any number of characters you can include array characters. So Unicode characters like this. U means Unicode character. This is array creations. Okay, so this I'm using I only integer elements, and let me create integer array elements like 10, 20, 30, 40 like this. And if you want to know that what type of A it is, so type of A, type is a built-in function. And if you want to know the type of type code only, A dot type code option is there. What type code I mentioned? I is a type code here. Let's run this. We got the output here. Array type of A is array type. A dot type code is what actually? I is a type code only. Integer type code here. Now you can see A is array name here. Array is a module name here. This array is a method name here. So module name and method name both are given. We can also give alias names like as ARR. Import array as ARR. Means here ARR is a alias name. Instead of array, you can use ARR. This will also work. Alias module name. Or else instead of this one, directly you can go for from array import star. So from array import star. So here A equals to array is a directly method name, and no need to use any module name here. A equals to array of I comma 10, 20, 30, 40. Print A, print type of A dot type code like this. Okay, let's run this one. Array dot array. Okay. So if you want to access any value or any element from this array, you can access. How to access array elements? Print index based. Because as I said, that array starts with 0 index. 0, 1, 2, 3 like this. So index is all 0 only. 1 means it is 20 elements. This is accessing value from the array. And if you want to delete the elements, then how we can see that? So simple, we can say a dot the remove of index is what actually 2. And I'm trying to remove the elements from a array to index 1. To index, what is the value? That is there. Now you can see this remove is actually based on item only, it will remove. That's what it is giving error. X is not in array. So what value you want, that value you can remove that. Suppose 30 value, 20 value I want to remove this. I can say 20 value I'm removing. So we are trying to access A of 1, that is 20, 20 printed, and we are trying to print this, we are trying to remove this A value 20. So 20 value removed, 10, 30, 40 is there. That means remove method will accept value. So you have to remove the value from the array based on its provided value. So remove method is used to remove array value. And not only here, you can also insert some values also. Suppose I'm trying to insert some values. A dot insert method. In which index you want to insert? One index. What you want to insert? 33. So same almost whatever the list operations we have seen in previous examples, almost all same functionalities there in arrays also in Python. I have inserted one value, 33 value inserted into this array. So in which index? One index. 0 index is this one. 1 index is this one. In place of 20, I included what? 33 here. This is insertion. And removal also possible. And if you want to reverse the array, then we can able to reverse the array. A dot reverse. Okay. So automatically all the elements will be reversed. Actual elements are 10 to 30, 10 to 40. And now reverse elements are 40, 30, 20, 10 like this one. A dot reverse. A print A only clear. A is array name of array is a method. I is a type code. And 10, 20, 30, 40 here elements. Print A. A dot reverse. and print A only we can say. This is print A. Okay. From array import stuff. A equals to array of I comma 10, 20, 30, 40. Print A dot reverse, print A here. So we are reversing the array elements clearly. Okay. Yes. Now coming to this. Next, what I'm trying to do here. Just wait. What is that? Yeah, that is out. And one more thing. I want to retrieve this array elements using for loop. Generally, normally to access this array elements, we use indexes now, and you can also use for loop. So for is a loop variable, I is a loop variable in what a collection, and then print I we can say that. Print I. So this is loop through we can able to read the array elements one by one. But here you can instead of A, this is the better option because A is my array collection. From this collection, I'm printing I. Okay. Sometimes we use like a range also, for example, range values. Range of how many values are there? 4. So range of 4 means 4 values are there. Your range value starts from where? 0, 1, 2, 3. 4 or not? Yes. But what is I here? I means 0, 1, 2, 3 only will be printed, but that's not correct. Okay. I means 0, 1, 2, 3. So this is not. A of I means what? A of 0, A of 1, A of 2, A of 3. Because array is index based. 0, 1, 2, 3. So A of 0 means 10, A of 1 means 20, A of 2 means 30, like this. So now you can see we got this 10, 20, 30, 40, like this only. A of 0, A of 1, A of 2, A of 3. Got my point? Yes, we got this clear. So for I in range of 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, print A of I. So A of I value is coming clear. Okay, so this is the case. And suppose if I increase the elements are, for example, in this case 50 and then 60 I included, but still you are using range of 4 only. Range of 4 means here 0, 1, 2, 3 only. A of 0, A of 1, A of 2, A of 3 only. But what about 50 and 60 will not be there? You can see this. There is no 50 and 60 now because you mentioned range of 4. And you have to increase this range of 6 like this. And 2 elements are increased. So that's what range of 6. That means index 5 all included. But to avoid this one, okay, every time whenever you increase the elements, we have to use this number change. And also decrease the elements, you have to decrease the elements again. So that reason you to avoid this, we can use length of A, we can say that array length it is. So length of A in the sense how much length is there? 6 is there. Automatically here in place of range of 6 only. Range of 6 means all values will come again. Suppose if we decrease the elements later, 2 elements, no need to change here. The reason is length of A is how much it is? 4 only. So 4 elements only will be read here only. 4 elements are reading 10, 20, 30, 40 like. Got my point? So this is the perfect range of length of A like this. To read array elements using for loop, this is the way to read the array elements using for loop only. Okay. So these are the single dimension array creation. And if you want to find the length of the array, so you can able to find length of the array also simply. How to find? Print length of A only. Array length we can find. Okay. So this is single dimension array creation using what? Array module only. But sir, how I can able to accept this array values at runtime? Means I want to create an empty array. Means array with no elements. But for this empty array, I need to accept values at runtime. How I can accept values at runtime? So first we have to decide how many elements user wants to give. So that I'm taking n equals to int of input of enter length of the array. User will decide how much length he needs to enter, length of the array. N equals to int of input of enter length of the array. And based on this length, we have to accept array elements one by one. For I in n, so range of n. Every time I'm accepting the element, int of input of enter element. Okay, enter the elements, or enter the value. That's it. Enter the value. This value, as soon as when we enter, the value will be stored into X, and this X value we need to append it to the array only. So A is array name dot append is the method. Yes, same list method only of X value. And after completion of appending all the values outside of the for loop, we have to print A only, sir. This is very simple. This is array creation with no elements. That means empty array. And I'm just deciding how many elements user wants to give. User will enter the length of the array, and this length will stored into n variable. And according to this n length, we have to accept one by one value. For I in range of n, suppose my input is 4, range of 4. 4 times it will be iterate, one by one value iteration. X equals to int of input of enter the value. And A is array name dot append is a method of X value. X is appended to the A, then print A only. Now you can see, enter length of the array. This length is what 4 I'm taking. 4 times it will ask to enter the values, any values you can use. And 4 inputs I'm giving, 4 values are arrays created clearly. This is accepting array elements at runtime and creating array here. This is all single dimension array format only. Okay. And coming to this NumPy arrays as well as 2-dimension arrays also we can see this. And as I said that using array module, we can only create single dimension, but we cannot create 2-dimension. If you want to create 2-dimension array, compulsory we have to use NumPy package. So NumPy stands for numerical Python, and NumPy is a multi-dimensional array processing package. And using NumPy, we can also create single dimension as well as 2-dimension. First, I'll show you what are the available methods with NumPy to create arrays in different style. So NumPy is offering so many methods, but before that, you have to install NumPy package explicitly. I said already I have shown installation process of NumPy, and not only NumPy, the module or library which is not available by default. Okay, you have to install explicitly. To install explicitly any package or library, you can see this, go to file menu of PyCharm settings, and you will be able to open some dialog box here. You can see left hand side, you are seeing that Python project at 7 a.m. And now you can see expand this Python project 7 a.m. There is a Python interpreter option is there. You can select this Python interpreter option. And now you can see here, you can click on plus symbol to install or to insert any new package. Click on plus symbol. And here available packages is some list is there. In the search box. You can type NumPy, which package you want to install NumPy. And now you can see NumPy already installed. That's what indicating blue color. If it is not installed, it will be in the black color only. That means it is ready to install. But I have already installed yesterday NumPy. So NumPy is the fundamental package for array competing with Python. Okay, if you click on install, then you will get installation successfully. After that installation, then this library is available to your Python, and you can able to import it. You can able to create it simply. First, I'll show you how to create a single dimension array using NumPy also. Then later we'll go for 2-dimension array creation here. Okay. So actually NumPy will offer some methods to create arrays in different styles. So these are the NumPy methods here. NumPy methods. What methods are there in NumPy to create arrays especially? Array method, it is a commonly used method. And next one is linspace method is there. Linspace means linear space. Okay, these are the MATLAB functions. Only MATLAB engineers will prepare, MATLAB students will prepare the arrays according to their requirement using linear space values, using log space values, and using a range option. Array range it is, And next, zeros only if they want to work with binary format, zeros and ones with the digital circuits. Zeros function is there and ones function is there, like this. These are all built-in functions of NumPy. And most oftenly used function is this one only, array module. But here linspace, logspace, a range, zeros, ones also, through also we can able to work on it. I'll show you some quick examples of this linspace, logspace, a range, zeros, ones also. But I prefer this one only, because most of the cases we create arrays using array module only, array method only, but linspace means different actually. First, let's try to create array single dimension array. After that, we'll go for two dimension. But to create a NumPy array, so I recommend to import NumPy package, NumPy. After that, array name is a equals to NumPy is a package name, dot array is a method name. Of directly you can create arrays are here. No need to use any type code. So type code is only for when we are working with normal arrays like array module. So here directly I'm using type code a equals to numpy dot array 10, 20, 30, 40 print a. I can say print a. Now you can see what type of a it is. You can see a dot type of a, sorry, type of a, type of a. So this is type of a. So array created successfully. I didn't mention any type code like I, J, something like this. I for integer, F for float, like this. So numpy nd array means number of dimension array. And now you can see you can also create import numpy as np. Np means alias name. So instead of numpy every time you can give np. So most of the articles you will see that np means numpy as alias name. So that's what I'm just covering this. And or else you can use this one also, from numpy simple import star. So when we go for this from statements, you know the advantages. No need to mention any alias name or module name. Directly, you can just use this method name. This is array name. It can be of any name. And this is array method. And this is the array elements. And I'm printing A and type of A. What type it is? Array type. numpy.nd array. But just observe here. As per our definition, array is a similar data type collection. As I said that array is what? Similar data type collection. Means all are integers, all are float like this. In case any one of the element is floating points, are in this case, in this moment, I included 10 is integer, 20 is integer, 30 is integer, 40.8 is a float. But actually, according to definition, array should not contain multiple type of values. You know that. So, but I'm including 40.8. So, is that possible? Yes, immediately all values will be converted automatically into floating point. Now you can see 10 point, 20 point, 30 point, 40.8. But sir, how do you know that? Just observe here. There is a mechanism like to get what type of data type elements are there here in your array. So print. Now you can see print a dot d type is there. D type option, D type property. D type property is used to decide what type of data type elements are there. Int type of data type elements, 32-bit signed integer. In case if I include the 40.9, one of the float value, and in this numpy arrays, any one of the values float and all remaining elements will be turned into floating point representation only. You can see this floating 10 point, 20 point, 30 point, 40 point. But what is the type float? Okay, yes. But though you included one of the values float, still you want to make this all elements into integer type, then we can give d type equals to int attribute you have to use. D type equals to int. You can use. Or else only d type also you can use integer. Like d type is optional, not compulsory. So now you can see it is integer conversion. Even though I included floating value in my array, but still I can able to convert into integer. So d type equals to integer, or comma integer also you can use, no problem. Comma integer means integer only. Okay, like so this is what actually array using numpy. So type of a in the sense this is a dot d type in the sense this is, but now you can see print a dot length is there. Length not there here. in NumPy arrays. If you want to find the number of elements, then size you have to use size, and print a dot ndim is there. Ndim in the sense number of dimension. These are all properties. D type, data type of the array, size, number of elements, ndim means number of dimensions, but actually this is what dimension array? Single dimension array. That's what dimension is only one. In case if it is two-dimension array, obviously dimensions is two only. Two-dimension array will represent two only, sir, obviously. So number of dimensions ndim. Print a dot ndim only like this. Okay. So this is D type, size, number of dimension, and you can also use shape of the array there. Shape. Print a dot shape. A is array name dot shape of the array. So what is this print a dot shape? You can see shape of the array is this is 4 comma something like this. Shape is this one only. 4 comma is there. So 4 means 4 elements are there, comma only columns are not there. If it is two dimension, like 4 comma 3, 4 comma 4, number of rows, number of columns, shape will be there. So these are the example. If you want to access this array values, then we can use access like print a of 3 or something like this. We can use this. Now you can see we can use this element 40 value. We can access clear. Okay, so this is array method through we can create single dimension array. But there are some more methods are there. Yes, linspace is there. Linspace means this is a syntax: start value, stop value, and it is not a step, number of parts. So you can decide from where you want to start array elements and up to what element stop, and how many number of values you want to stop. Number of parts we can say start value, stop value, and then number of parts only clear. Linspace. So linspace, actually this is a MATLAB function, and embedded system MATLAB programmers will use these arrays methods, and we will not use in our programming. Generally in our programming, array method through we can create. Okay, linspace, but there is a option. I will show you linspace options. 2 is my starting element, 20 is my ending elements, and number of parts is 7. But look at here, by default, this linspace function will generate array elements and display in floating point representation. The reason is why 2 to 20, okay, 2 and 20 in between, exactly the 7 parts will be decided. That's what obviously in 2 to 27 parts exactly divide means obviously floating point only, that is 2.5.8.11 point like this. In case if I include 9 parts, I'm taking 9 parts means again that is exactly 9 floating point elements. 2.4.25, 6.5, 8.75, 11 point, 13.25, 15.5, 17.75 like this one. This is what actually number of elements. A is array name equals to linspace of 2, 20, 9. 9 values are coming float value. Same similarly log space also. Log values we can prepare. Start value and then stop value. And this is number of parts also, here also number of parts. Start, stop, number of parts. So now you can see log space and take log space, log space. And how many log values are there? 9 log values are there. 2 and 20 and 9. So 1.00 e plus 02, 1.77, 3.16, 5.62 like this. These are the log values. Any number of log values you can create, like 10 log values I want, or else 5 log values I want. Exactly 5 log values will be divided from 2 to 20. And there is a range is there. This is array range. Means range through we can create array elements. Start value, stop value. This time it is step value, not number of parts. Step means how much increment every time the range of array elements. So a range is there. A range, array range. And here you can see 2 to 20. I'm just giving 2 step. 2 step means all even number array elements are prepared from 2 to 20. And if I give step 3, obviously 2 plus 3 5 plus 3 8 plus 3 11 plus 3 14 plus 3 17 like this. These are the array elements. So based on the style you can create array elements. Range through if you want you can do that. Linspace through you can, if you want you can. Log space you can. And sometimes in the embedded MATLAB program. These are all MATLAB functions exactly. Okay. So in MATLAB, they want to work with only zeros. They need some collection of zeros and collection of ones. So there is zeros and ones function is there to create array elements. So only zeros elements I want to prepare, lot of zeros. Zeros means how many zeros you want, you can 10 zeros I need. But by default, this function will return floating point zeros like 0 0.0 point something. And so that you have to mention what actually d type equals to integer you have to mention. So automatically it will be converted into integer only. And similarly, ones also here, ones. So ones also I'm taking 10 ones I'm trying to create. This is array collection only, all are ones only values. Okay. So this is the case, all single dimension arrays we can create using NumPy. But when it comes to two-dimension array, I'm trying to create. Two-dimension means what? Number of rows, number of columns. So array name is A equals to array is a method of two-dimension array, double square bracket, 10, 20, 30. Any values you can take. 40 I'm taking. And one more bracket I'm taking 15, 25, 35, 45. And one more bracket I'm taking like 34, 78, 93, 21. So this is two-dimension. If you want, you can split this like this. It look like. And I want to print A. This is A. And let's try to do this print A dot endim, number of dimensions. Print A dot length. Now you can see A dot length. A dot length means size. It is their size. Next print A dot shape of the array. Shape. Now you can see A means as it is. This two-dimension array will print, sir. Number of rows 3, number of columns 4. 3 into 4, 12 elements. So size is 12. Number of dimensions are what? 2 only, because row dimension is 1 and column dimension is 1. Shape of the array is what? Shape. So how many rows, how many columns? 3 rows and 4 columns. That is shape, 3, 4. So endim, number of dimensions return 2. Size of the array is at this moment 12. Shape of the array is what? Actually 3, 4. 3 into 4, 12. So this is two-dimensional array creation. But sir, if you want to access one of the value from this two-dimensional array, how I can do that? Suppose I need to access this 35 value. How I can access? So this is row 0. Yes, row wise and column wise indexes are there. 0 index row it is. 1 index row here. 2 index row. At the same time 0 index column it is. 1 index column it is. 2 index column it is. 3 index column it is. So our element is present in 0, 1. It's present in where? 1 row. So I'm just printing A of 1. Okay. And 0, 1, 2. It is available row index to 1, column index to 1. A of 1, 2 means 35 value will come. Same. 35 is there. Okay. Like this, we have to go over row index and column index. You have to mention. Then you will get it. For example, I need this one only. This is, what is this? Row 0, row 1, row 2. So I'm going to mention 2 row. And which column it is there? 0 column. 2 of 0 means what is that? 43 values coming like this. This is two-dimension array creation like this. And now in this two-dimension array, we can perform some operations like what is the maximum value and minimum value. And inside the array, I want to find maximum elements are total array max element I want to find. Max element is, to find max element, a dot max function is there. A is array name, dot max is the built-in function. And at the same time, minimum element I want to find. Minimum element is a dot minimum is there. A dot minimum. So least element, highest element, I'm finding overall entire the array. So in this array, overall highest value is 93 and least element is minimum element is 10 only, sir. So 93, 10, highest value, least value like this. Okay. And coming to this, I don't want to find maximum and minimum. Next, what I want to find row wise maximum and minimum values. In this row, what is the maximum and minimum? In this row, maximum and minimum. In this row, at the same time, column-wise, maximum and minimum, I need to do this. But actually, in two-dimension array point of view, dimensions are called axes. Dimensions are called what actually? Axes. Let us consider this two-dimension array. Rows and columns are available, sir, here. Rows and column. Okay, rows and column. And dimensions are called what I said? Axes, we can say that. Axes. Dimensions are axes only in two-dimension array format. So axes equals to 0 means columns. Okay, axis equals to 1 means rows. Axis equals to 1 means rows. If you want to find row-wise maximum element, then we can use axis equals to 1 option. If you want to find column-wise maximum minimum values, then axis equal to 0 we can use. Let's look into this. Here I'm trying to print. So max element, row-wise maximum element, I can say that. Row-wise max element. So how to do this? A dot max of, okay, axis equals to 1 empty. Axis equals to 1 means row wise only, no? You can see as per my input, like axis equals to 1 means row wise. So row wise maximum element is in this row. What is the maximum element? 40. In this 45. In this 93. So let's see this 40, 45, 93. But now you can see 45, 40, 43, 45, 93. Row wise maximum element. 40 is the maximum, 45 is the maximum, 93 is the maximum. At the same time, row wise minimum element also, I would like to find minimum element. Row wise minimum element. Now you can see max is okay, then I should say minimum element axis equals to 1 only, but only the function is minimum. Here minimum value is what? 10, 15, and 21. This is row wise minimum values. Let's see this column wise max element, and then column wise minimum element. So columns means axis equals to what? 0 we have to use. Axis equal to 0. This is column wise. Let's run this. So now you can see in this column, what is the maximum value? 43. In this column, what is the maximum value? 87. In this 93. In this 45. So this is the maximum element. And now you can see column wise minimum element is what actually? This is 10 and 20 and 30 and 21 like this one. Got my point? As total sum of the values, if you want to find, then we can do that. A dot sum operation is there. Print sum of the value, sum of all elements. A dot sum function is there. SUM sum means total elements of array. Total calculate how much it is, 464, when we calculate this all elements, 10 plus 20 plus 30 plus 40, 15 like this. So these are the methods which are involved in two-dimensional array. And now coming to this, there is last method I want to include in this concepts. Like this is two-dimension array, no? Printer a dot ending number of dimensions. Yes, obviously it is two-dimension array only. There is one method is there that is called flatten method, FLATTN, flatten. So this flatten method will makes all rows into single row, means converting from two-dimension array into single dimension array. So look at here, B equals to A dot, A is array name, dot FLATTN, flatten method. B equals to A dot flatten. Now you can see print B. Now you can see print B. But I want to say that whether it is what dimension. B dot endim, I can say that number of dimension. B dot endim. So actually this is two-dimension array. That's what it is indicating, like number of dimensions are 2 only. But after applying flatten method, A dot flatten means that this method is used to collapse all rows into single row. That means multiple rows, how many are there in 2 dimension, that will be converted into single dimension. So print B, B dot ND means what? Number of dimensions, only one. Means it is become single dimension array like this. This is about complete arrays and NumPy. And this NumPy we will use in Pandas and Matplotlib also. After completion of advanced Python, we will start with Pandas and Matplot. I will use this NumPy package again over there. I'll explain clearly where we can use in Pandas and Matplotlib. This role is what actually in that I will explain clear. So this is up to now. We completed core Python, and tomorrow onwards we'll discuss about advanced Python, means object-oriented programming. And already you can see this core Python PDF I have clearly posted in our WhatsApp group, and you can download it, this PDF. Okay, so up to core Python material is clearly available. Now you can see this was the last topic which I included, arrays. It is there, arrays only in this PDF. And advanced Python material also same like PDF documentation with clear picture. Now you can see type code list I have mentioned in my documentation. Type code is there. You can download this material, okay, from our WhatsApp group. And Django and REST API also I have posted in our WhatsApp group, this PDFs also. But if you join Django for further session, that will be better. Only material following. So anyway, material is there. I need not to join. I can learn Django from here, means that will not work out. You can try. Okay, even REST API also. So attending classes are important. Django and REST API. In case if you want to learn that, you can join the classes. Otherwise, if you want to go for material, you can, but that will not work out. I know that. And advanced Python, by this Sunday maximum, I'll try to prepare advanced Python. Okay, documentation is there, but I need to sit at least 5 to 6 hours for arranging proper alignment. Okay, so rough copy is there with me. Actually, the core Python arrangement purpose, last Sunday I took 5 hours completely. I don't know, advanced Python, it takes minimum 8 hours. It will take to arrange all the concepts with proper alignment. So that is required. And very soon you will receive advanced Python PDF also in our WhatsApp group. You can download it. And not only this, and after that, I'll prepare core Python and advanced Python interview questions with answers. One PDF I'll upload, and also Django interview questions, REST API interview questions, all I'll upload, and practice programs, okay, tricky questions, all I'll prepare on the flow. Then I'll upload some PDFs in our WhatsApp group. Everything is available in our WhatsApp group. Only you should be a member of that group only, that's it. So I'll get more advantage. So that's all. We'll see tomorrow. Don't miss tomorrow first session, because that is object-oriented programming. Most important fundamental concepts which is related to object-oriented I'll cover. If you miss that further sessions, you can't understand that. Okay? Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, after finished Python course, will you continue Django? Because I am in the package, I can't attend 8 o'clock batch. I am in the 7 o'clock batch, right?
Yeah, that's what. Actually, the plan is already 9 a.m. and 8 a.m. and 7 a.m. All students are coming into that 8 a.m. batch only. But we have to think once, because once we complete 7 a.m., then if any other students are there, we'll start immediately 7 a.m. batch Python only, Django only. No worries, I'll take care of that.
Because we joined because it is 7 o'clock batch only. 8 o'clock I cannot, because I have work, right?
Yeah, no problem. I'll start 7 a.m. No, whatever I said earlier.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.